Do we really have to do this, guy? Really? I don't want to do this. How's it howling, everyone? My name is Finn Wolf, and here today we're talking another Smash pick. And this is probably my most dreaded one. This is the one I do not want to get in. The only other ones I do not want to get in will be talked about in another video, but... You'll have to forgive me. The thing is, there's another character I really want other than Shantae, who I talked about in my last video. But if this guy gets in, that means there's a good chance that the one I really want, my favorite Pokemon of all time, is probably not going to get in. So let's just talk about him and get this freaking over with. Alright, so today we're talking about the Gen 7 starter, Incineroar. I know, he has a fan base and he's a wrestler, which is unique because we haven't seen that in Smash. And blah, but I just don't want him, okay? For starters, we already have a fully evolved fire starter in Charizard, and he was a standalone character in the Wii U and 3DS games. We also have a water starter in the form of Greninja, but we do not have a fully evolved grass starter. There's also the fact that when it comes to the popularity of the Gen 7 starters, Incineroar is placing second to Decidueye. But I need to stop drawing comparisons because I've got a whole nother video planned on Decidueye. Maybe I should have done the Decidueye video first, but you know what? This is how! The biggest thing going for Incineroar, and the reason I personally think everyone is really taking it seriously, is the fact that a very prominent leaker by the name of, you guessed it, VergeBen, came forward a little bit ago and stated that yes, there would be a Gen 7 starter. However, it was not going to be Mimikyu, Lycanroc, or Decidueye. Which, on the one hand, I kind of get, for reasons that I will talk about later. But, no, I'm sorry. Just look at this design! The only unique aspects about this guy is the belt. That's really all there is. I mean, his backstory is kind of interesting and cool, I guess. I mean, he lives to entertain. Despite his attitude, he adores when children are his fans. It's kind of cute, but also, Sorry, and admittedly, I probably just don't want him, because if he gets in, Decidueye will not. Unless Sakurai does it where they both get in as playable, I would be okay with that. But for the love of God, do not give me this when I want this. Now that I've gotten my little rant out of the side, let's talk moveset potential. Although there's really not too much to talk about when it comes to this character. Here's the thing, I struggled to put together a moveset together for Incineroar. The only ones that I could fit in naturally were his Side B and his Final Smash, so I'll cover those first. Side B is going to be the Darkest Lariat. I get that one, that makes a lot of sense, and I feel like the longer you charge it, the farther the attack will go. Any opponent that gets hit by the attack gets caught up in the attack and travels with Incineroar until the move is finished, at which point they're sent flying with colossal knockback. That makes a lot of sense. Final Smash, easy peasy, lemon squeeze me. It's going to be his Z move. What the hell is his Z move even called? Hang on, I gotta take a look. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, I'm sorry. I know I'm spewing all the Incineroar hate and I need to be impartial, but good God have mercy. Really? Well, we've covered the two obvious moves now. Let's struggle. Bear in mind that from here on out, I struggled to put together a moveset for this guy. I couldn't think of anything that he learned naturally that would make sense given his character, which just goes to show you the moveset that he was given in-game. Eventually, I had to pull from tutor moves and egg moves to complete out more than half of his moveset. But you know what? I'm going with what I got because God bless America, I could not think of anything. After giving it some time and thought, for his standard B move, I guess Snarl could do it. Have it kind of work in front of Incineroar. Snarl, I imagine, would be more of a give me space kind of move, knocking back any opponents while not doing any really heavy percent damage. If not Snarl, I don't know, maybe Throat Chop? Paralyze the opponent for a second? I guess, yeah, that could... Throat Chop, let me change that. Throat Chop is probably going to be the standard B move. He throws out a Karate Chop in front of him, and any opponent that gets hit by it gets paralyzed for a second. Down B, one of the tutoring moves that I mentioned earlier, I imagine would be Stomping Tantrum. It makes a lot of sense. It's something that could bury opponents like TK's side headbutt thing, and frankly, Incineroar will probably be throwing a tantrum when he doesn't get picked instead. So, yeah, I think that makes sense. Up B, a recovery move. Yeah, I've got nothing. Maybe Fire Punch and an uppercut, or, well, I would say Sky Uppercut, but he doesn't really learn that naturally, so no clue, I literally have nothing. Now that I think about it, he can't even learn Fire Punch. Huh? I think he can technically learn Bounce, and he does learn Acrobatics, which I guess Acrobatics would kind of work in that nature of, you know, him being a Lucha Libre, Luchador kind of a guy, but I don't know. Anyway. Now that we've talked, I've ranted and raved, it's time to talk percentage chances and what are the odds Incineroar actually will make it into the Smash game. One of the keys working against Incineroar or any Gen 7 pick is the ballot. Gen 7 wasn't around during the ballot, so there's no way to know for sure. In fact, going off the ballot, we're more likely to see a Pokemon like Sceptile, or maybe Blaziken. Gardevoir's kind of up there. Ooh, that would be an interesting pick. Stay focused. So, with Incineroar, I'm going to give him a 50-50 shot. I think there's one other Pokemon that could beat him. Well, actually, there's two other Pokemon, now that I think about it, that could beat him out for this slot. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to have another fully evolved Fire starter. And as far as the Gen 7 starters go, I think we're only going to get one. We could get both, but I think we're just going to get one. And I don't see that slot going to Incineroar. I know I'm going against Vergeman when I say this, but I do not think Incineroar is going to be the pick. Although, granted, the leaker did say that it wasn't necessarily Incineroar, just that it wasn't Mimikyu, Lycanroc, and Decidueye. And we've already seen Mimikyu confirmed to be a Pokeball Pokemon. So yeah. Anyway, that's my rating. Incineroar's at a 50%. It's obvious where I stand on this character. But we'll wait and see. Sakurai knows what he's doing with the game. He knows what's best. He's giving us so much fan service. So if he wanted to put Incineroar over Decidueye, alright, I can give him that. He's put in so much work for us. It's, you know, I'll take my medicine without complaining. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And yeah, we'll wait and see. I've got more videos to come. I've got two more representatives I think could make it into the game, which I will be covering in the next couple videos, just so I can get the Pokemon out of the way before something big comes up. Check out the links in the description if you want to check out other characters or fighters that I've done. There's also probably something here or there, maybe down in the corner, one of the corners. I don't know how I'm editing just yet, so we'll wait and see. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. But until then, stay blessed.